What's up, everybody? StreamYard must have made like an update or something because that music sounded a little different, didn't it? It sounded slightly different. Anyway, what's going on, everybody? Tanka, of course, ever loyal, part of the degenerates. You're Tanka. You're like the first or second guy on the chat, like pretty much every episode. So thank you for being on. Let the chat fill up a little bit, folks. Not a huge news day, so I'm going to keep it short. I know I always say I'm going to keep it short, and I end up going like an hour or over an hour. Today, we're going to keep it nice and short and sweet, 30 minutes, maybe 35 minutes. Les, give us some great news. Great news. Ed Reed's a coach now. No, I'm kidding. No, if there was big news, you guys probably would have heard it. As far as what's been going on news-wise, go over a few practice notes, some stuff I've been hearing. We'll go over the scrimmage that happened over the weekend, a couple of things that I think we learned from that, and we'll learn a lot more from the one on Saturday. I think the one on Saturday is going to be a lot more important than the spring game because the spring game is going to be very vanilla. It's going to be open to the public. It's probably going to be televised. And I don't think, as far as what we're going to learn from it, it's not going to be much. It's going to be fun. I know a lot of you guys are probably going to be there, and it's going to be fun to watch those guys, run around, making tackles, catching the ball, see TVD throw that rock. So I think this Saturday's scrimmage is going to be a lot more important. Give us some cafecito. Thank you, Les. Always appreciated. Love the show. Love the Canes. Thank you. Appreciate all the support. Please hit the like button if you have not done so already. All right, about the scrimmage. So no actual stats, but this is what we know. We heard that TVD is one of, if not the best quarterbacks in the country, and is continuing to show that. No surprise there. Number two thing that we learned is that the offensive line is really making strides because that running game, at least in the first half of the scrimmage, started off really well, according to Coach Cristobal, and then kind of took a dip, kind of dropped off, in his words, around the middle towards the second half of the scrimmage. I don't know if that was fatigue or maybe, guys weren't playing together. He kind of hinted at that. He did say one thing that was very telling, that the enemy is on the other side, the other locker room. So I took that to mean maybe guys weren't encouraging each other. Maybe guys, there was a little bit of finger pointing going on. That's how I took it. So that's ultimately why Mario Cristobal was brought here, to improve the culture and iron those things out. Because if we want to be competing for a conference championship, our first one ever, which is still hard to believe 20 years later, but whatever. If we want to win that ACC, we got to be able to, these guys have to be able to lean on each other. And I hope that that's already changing. It seems like it is, because he said that the run blocking kind of picked back up again towards the end. The defense overall won the day, according to Coach Mario. He said they were very physical, made a lot of plays. And from what I heard, Kevin Steele was throwing a lot of exotic packages at them, really testing the offense. Whereas, the offense, I think it's a lot tougher to learn a new system on offense than it is to learn one on defense. That being said, Tyler Van Dyke seems to be picking up right where he left off and is not having a hard time at all learning this offense. So that's good. And overall, as a team, Coach is saying that we are progressing. We're moving forward. We're getting better. We're getting there. But technique-wise and things like that, we still got a ways to go. So I like that he says that we're getting better, but at the same time says that there's a lot of things we need to improve on. He doesn't sugarcoat anything. So when he says we're improving on certain things, you believe him. It's not this politically correct answer. It's not, like the used car salesman and the politicians that we've had at head coach in recent years. These are real answers. He's giving it to you straight. So that's what I got from the scrimmage. If there's anything else that you guys read or heard, maybe you read or heard something a little different from what I did, please drop it in the comments. So that was pretty much the scrimmage. As far as news, practice resumed today. And from what I was hearing, Jakari Brown was looking real good. And he not only is looking real good, it seems like he's progressing very quickly. Not that he's going to start or anything this year, obviously, but the fact that he's progressing very quickly, that's a very good thing, because I think Kareem rises to the top, and it's gonna, it's good for the whole team. I know Jake Garcia says that, he's staying a Cane no matter what, and that's awesome. But this is what the big programs do. They stack quarterback talent and they improve that talent. All right, so that's Jakari Brown. And I also love what I'm hearing from the QBs in general, that you guys remember in 2019 when we had Tate Martell, you had N'Kosi Perry, and you had Jaron Williams. We thought at the time that we had an excellent quarterback room, very deep. Tate Martell, former 5-star guy, former number 1 dual threat quarterback in the country. You had Jaron Williams, highly touted 4-star recruit. N'Kosi Perry, highly touted 4-star, almost 5-star recruit. Broke all these records at Ocala Vanguard. And obviously we know what happened there. But we thought we were coming in with a loaded quarterback room. But then practices started. Then you watch the spring game and it was like, yeah, the potential's there. No, this quarterback room, not only is the potential there, they're performing. And we saw some of it last year. So very, very excited for things to come there. So that's the quarterback room. Jafari Harvey, I heard, has been playing very well. And that is a position that somebody needs to step up in a dire way. Somebody needs to step up at the defensive end position. Because right now, we're not super deep. We just added Mitchell Agude. He should be joining the team soon. Right now, he's probably going to be penciled in as a starter. And to me, that's not good. Nothing against Mitchell Agude, but it's not like we're bringing in Jalen Phillips right now. He's a guy that you want to bring in for depth, but is he going to be an All-American? I don't know. I hope he is. But Jafari, the fact that he made some plays in the scrimmage is very promising. The fact that we've been hearing Corey Couch making some plays is very promising. You guys tell me, if Corey Couch and Jafari Harvey, they start performing and they really etch themselves as legitimate starters on this team, not like, okay, we're throwing them out there because we really have nobody else. No. Corey Couch, Jafari are actually performing at an all ACC level, and they're really earning their starting spots. I'm feeling a lot better about this defense. In addition to the portal guys that we're going to land eventually, that we're going to bring in, we have to. But if you give me a defensive end really emerging that we weren't quite expecting, and you got Corey Couch on the other side of Tyreek Stevenson, I'm feeling a lot better about this defense. That's a big if. Yeah, it is a big if. But we'll see. So far, so good. Lex, what's up? What's up, Max? So yeah, that's what I'm hearing about those guys. And let's see. Keontre Smith, I don't know if you guys caught his interview, but what he said is what I like to hear from this team. And that's a dude that's one guy in the linebacker room I'm not worried about. He's a little undersized, but he's undersized in the same way Sean Spence was undersized. Yeah, he's smaller, but he's going to make some plays. Keontre is very reliable, good tackler, good cover guy, just good all around. He's probably going to start. And when asked about, changes to the linebacker room, which inevitably are coming, he says he's not backing down from the challenge. He wants, he says they're not going anywhere. We're here to stay. And, they can bring in whoever they want to bring in. That's fine. But we don't run from competition. It could just be talk for the media, or it could be what they really believe. But that's something that's been missing for a long time. So let's see. other quick notes I got here. Josh White. So that was the LSU transfer linebacker that a lot of fans were interested in. I was interested in the more film I watched. Is he a superstar? No, but he's a solid dude who you add to that room, he immediately improves it. He, as at worst case, a guy that's going to compete and push for starting snaps or was going to start on this team at least. He ends up getting picked up by Baylor, I believe, yesterday. So good acquisition for them. Again, solid player. Was he going to be an All-American here? Probably not. If his film is indicative of anything, I think he would have been a solid linebacker, a starter, maybe developed into an All-ACC guy later on because he had a lot of eligibility left. So we'll see. We'll see what he does. But, that kind of gets rid of the dilemma of, do you go after Josh White now or do you hold out for something even better later? Well, now we're holding out for something even better. And I think something even better is going to hit the portal in due time. I think bigger talent is going to hit the portal very soon. Let's see. I know I'm hearing good things about Nicholas Harbor. I believe that's how you pronounce his first name, Nicholas. Harbor's that kid that's that 6'5", 230-pound edge rusher who runs like a 10.3 in the 100 meters, which is, in case you don't know, that's elite speed for like a wide receiver. There was somebody dropped a clip on Twitter where he was blowing past dudes half his size. I mean, it was sick. So UM is in the running for him, and that's awesome to hear. And then you got, let's see what else. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it as far as big news on my end. Miami obviously is going to continue bringing in top tier, like 5-star talent to visit, and that's going to continue. That's not going to stop. Mario's recruiting his ass off, and it's showing. I can't remember the last time we had. I mean, I can't remember any time. I mean, that the recruiting season has been this active. At this point in the spring, that just week after week, 5-star after 5-star is visiting campus, not just to check it out, not just to take a free trip, but to really check out the school. You can see it in their, in what they're saying afterwards, that, they're taking Miami a little serious now. Brandon Inniss is a good example. Do we end up with Brandon Inniss? I'm going to say probably not. But would I be shocked if Miami lands Brandon Inniss? Not at all. I think we're, kind of third in the running behind, it's probably going to be like USC or Ohio State, somebody like that. But I think we're right behind them, and we got a long ways to go. And remember, we got the NIL on our side, so there's that. Give me Justin Flo, will be good at linebacker. Would you be satisfied with Justin Flo? I mean, he's an upgrade for sure, but I don't know if he's a guy that you plug in right now and be like, right there, that's the guy that changes our defense. I don't know about that. Would I be open to it? Sure. Philly Kane, what's up, guys? Please hit that like button. Like I said, I'm doing a short show today. Actually selling, in the process of selling my place, not the one I'm living in right now, different place. So I have to run out of here to take care of some stuff. So yeah, kind of hectic right now. But anyway, had to get in my Canes talk for the week. Let's see. Any other news? Yeah, I think it's pretty much it, guys. Any questions you want me to answer, anything like that, please throw them up in the comments. Yeah, so big time visitors coming. Hearing good things about Jaden Rashada. Miami's really in the running there and seems to maybe be the front runner, and he might be deciding in the next month or so. For sure, I think in the next few weeks, Jaden Rashada decides. And if that dude's our quarterback, I'm very pleased. If you haven't gotten a chance to watch his film, please do. It's it's good stuff. The guy's a great athlete. He's a dart thrower, and he can avoid the rush. He can do it all, and looks very smooth doing it. Key, I know it's early, but it seems like UF about to get all the CBs. They always have gotten a lot of corners. But as long as they don't get Cormani McLean, we steal Cormani McLean from them, woo, be very happy. Canes Baseball League. Oh, thank you for the score update. I was about to check. Now, how about Canes Baseball? Let's chat on that for a second. I was ready to write off the season the way we lost 2 out of 3 to the Gators, but ever since that Florida series, I have to commend them, and I have to commend Coach Damare. They have responded. They've won, 9, 10 in a row, something like that. They swept North Carolina, who's a very good team. On the road? No, they were at home. They swept Duke on the road. They've won all the midweek games. Let's be honest, they're probably going to win tonight the way they've been cooking. Good for Canes baseball, man. I will be the first to admit, if we win a national championship or at least go to Omaha, yes, Coach Damare, I was wrong. I am sorry. But really, baseball's one of those sports that you don't have to have the best coach. You can have a mediocre coach and get by because you just have a ton of talent. Let's see. Should we be getting worried about Brown? Let's see. I'm assuming you're talking about Jaylen Brown. Worried, I don't think is the word. I think no one's going to be easy to land. I think Jaylen Brown is one of those couple, 2, 3 guys in this class you have to land just because he is in your backyard. I mean, literally down the street. Where's Gulliver? Gulliver's in that direction. Literally 10 minutes from me. I'm in the Gables. I'm right by campus, actually. You have to land Jaylen Brown. He just looks another guy that looks extremely smooth, elite speed, elite, vert, just elite across the board. Got to land that dude. And I'm hearing, rumors about, Ohio State might be a late entry into those sweepstakes, maybe Alabama. But I'm hearing Ohio State more than anything. But we'll see. It's gonna be a dogfight for all these guys. If you think Ohio State and the Georgias and the Alabamas of the world are going to go down easy to Miami, no, that's not the case. We always said when Mario got here, Georgia, Bama, Clemson, all these schools, all these Big Ten schools that have been winning for the past decade, they're not just going to waltz into South Florida and steal our top guys anymore. It's going to be a fight. And that goes both ways. It is going to be a fight for us to steal those guys from them. But at least we have a chance. At least we have a chance at anybody now. Any updates on Sam Brooks? Nope, unfortunately not. No changes there, unfortunately. Let's see, should we even worry about Brown? From what they're saying, our defensive backs are doing really well. That's what I'm hearing. Especially, man, to Corey Couch emerging as that second corner for me is huge. That might be the biggest thing of the spring, honestly, because that and Elijah Arroyo's emergence. Because, a lot of guys are hurt. A lot of key guys are kind of sitting out, so we're not seeing the full squad, and that's fine. Let them get healthy. But that dude, having 2 lockdown corners on your defense changes your defense. Look at the Miami Dolphins the last couple of years. A big reason why they've been so great on defense is who they have at corner. It makes a huge difference. Giving that pass rush an extra second or 2 to get to the quarterback, massive. Let's see. What's up with Canes basketball recruiting? Oof. Coach L, man. That's one guy. Coach Damare, different story. Coach L, I was never off that bandwagon. I loved Coach L since the second he got hired all the way till today. I never lost faith in him. I'm proud to say that. The class he just brought in, very, very excited. And all indications point to another stellar class after that. If they can build off this season and actually win, because that's where Coach L's had a little bit of trouble with younger teams. He doesn't perform as well. He likes to have a more veteran team, especially a veteran point guard. So if he can develop these young guys and get them ready quick, and, they really are those future NBA guys, and they can show it and they can stay healthy. That's another thing that's kind of snake bitten Coach L over the years is injuries. Yeah, we could have a repeat Sweet 16 or better season next year. What are you hearing on transfers? I'm not. I mean, there was that one Alabama Hall, that one wide receiver that hit the portal today from Alabama. I'm not hearing a whole lot there. Um, do we? I don't think we need to add another wide receiver. Can we? I mean, probably, because I think we might lose a couple. Well, not might. I think we are going to lose a couple of receivers to the portal. But even if we do, even if we're losing the guys I'm thinking we might lose, I think we're still solid at receiver, especially if Frank Latson stays healthy. But if you want to add another one, hey, that's their plan. But hopefully they don't need to. When does Daryl Porter Jr. come in? You think he'll be second behind Stevenson? With what I'm hearing from Takori Couch now, his emergence, I think it's going to be a hell of a competition between Porter and Couch. If Couch returns to his 2020 form with the added muscle, the added weight he's put on, I think he etches his name as the starter for now. That being said, Daryl Porter rotates in as that third guy. So you might see like a nice little, if Porter's what we're expecting, we might see a nice little 3-man rotation at corner, which is fine. Fine with me. The more rotation, the better, because that means less mileage throughout the season, less injuries, less guys getting nicked up. Will Melo make a push now that he's back? That was one of the key injuries. Romello Brinson, thank you. Will he definitely make a push? Let's see. He has all the ability in the world. Of all the receivers we have, the two most talented are Frank Latson and Romello Brinson by a long shot. As far as performance, it seems like it's going to be Jacoby George. Jacoby George, Keyshawn, X, and probably Latson seem to be the top 4 guys right now. And, after that, you got your Mellos and your Daz Warshams. By the way, I know a lot of YouTubers have been saying it. Don't sleep on Daz Warsham. That dude, like low-key, might have one of the best set of hands in that receiver group, if not the best. I'm calling it right now. That dude he looks so confident snagging that ball out of the air. I saw some drills and I'm like, damn, like Daz Warsham, he's looking smooth and he's put some weight on, some good weight. Don't sleep on Daz Warsham. Don't sleep on that dude. I know Steve-O's had a lot of good things to say about him over the last year or two. And that dude knows the position more than any of us. So we trust him. Do we land a linebacker from the portal? Absolutely. I think at least one, probably 2. But at least one. At least the most talented dudes, the most talented dude that jumps into the portal, whoever that may be, we're going to go after that guy. Because we want a guy that we plug in and start, and he changes our defense. Been waiting for him to show. Definitely not sleep. Yeah, man. We was so high on Michael Redding. How is he doing? I heard he's been getting a little bit more playing time. He's dealt with injuries on and off the last couple of years, but I heard he's been getting a little more, obviously everybody gets playing time as practice, but, I heard he's looked better. He looks like he's in shape. And, I've heard him, whenever you hear about guys making plays in practice, you hear, oh, Redding made this play. Oh, Redding made that play. So, you hear his name. Is he separating himself from the pack like Jacoby George or anything like that? No. But we'll see what we get out of Michael Redding. Is that a guy that sticks around? I don't know. And, I think that's a guy that there's a couple guys in that wide receiver room that probably would benefit from a change of scenery, but we'll see. What's up, John? Doing? Yeah, I'm doing good, Demetrius. How you doing? For all the degenerates in the chat, thank you, as always, for the support. Please hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. Anyone not living up to expectations? Okay. We're getting close to that time. I think I'll probably end on like 1 or 2 more questions. Anybody not living up to expectations? Man, it's a little too early to tell. Let's see. Running backs are performing nicely. I'm hearing great things about Henry Parrish, which is great because we're a little thin at running back right now. Tremonte Citizen I don't think has joined with the team yet. Cheney's still coming back. So, he's got a ways to go. And Rooster, I think, is nicked up. So right now, who do you have? You have Thad and Parrish, really, because I think Cody's out as well. And both are playing great. Awesome. So happy with that. I love that they have kind of a next man up mentality. Whoever's available is stepping in and they're playing their ass off. So that's good. John, are we getting together for the spring game? That is a great question. Let me look into that. I'm sure the degenerate crew's planning something. The ones that are local here in Miami. Cheney's still their best back, in my opinion. He may be, Sammy. He may be. I don't know. I was asked the other day if you take a healthy Don Cheney right now or you take a healthy Thad Franklin the way he's been playing lately. Man, that's tough. I think when you pair him with Jalen Knighton, what Jalen Knighton gives you, it's like that thunder and lightning combo. Jalen Knighton could take it the distance at any point. One dude takes a bad angle and he's just gone. Whereas Thad Franklin, there's no hole to run through. That's fine. He makes his own. He's like the Kool-Aid man of our running back room. He'll blast his way right through. So, Sigmund, in recruiting, what position do you think we go heavy on? I think the trenches in general, I think, is what we go heaviest on. Real question. How can Don Cheney be the best when he hasn't played? It's a valid question. We always talk about, potential because, yes, in the times he's been healthy, it's not like he hasn't seen the field. He's seen the field in the 2020 season. He played quite a bit. And when he got some burn, he made some plays. And that's what we're basing our hype off of. That freshman year, he looked really good. And if he stayed on that trajectory, man, he's going to be an All-American. He's going to be a first-round pick. He's got all the size, all the tools that you need. So we're going off really that 2020 season. Last year, didn't play. So I don't know. I don't know if it's, like you're saying, sight unseen. I don't know about that, but it's been over a year now that we've seen him. So it's a valid question. Have guys past him? At some point, you do have to, that potential just does have to show on the field. You have to be available at some point. All right, guys, I think I'm going to stop there. Like I said, going to be a shorter show. Going to be on next week. Going to do probably something on Saturday, quick just to go over, what we might expect from the scrimmage or a post-game kind of thing from, once we hear what happened in the scrimmage. We'll see. Because off the top of my head, I don't know if is it going to be a night game, a night scrimmage this Saturday? The one that's close to the public? I'm not sure if it's during the day or at night. But if it's at night, maybe Sunday morning I do a little something. And, going to have more guests. I'm working on that as we speak. And yeah, that's pretty much it for me, guys. Tanga, thank you, sir. 4-2, bottom of the 6. Go Canes. They are on a roll right now. All right, guys. I appreciate you hanging out with me for a little bit. Shoot the crap, talk some Canes football, which it could be October 1st, April 5th, July 17th. I don't care. Any day in the year, I'm down to talk some Canes football. And please hit the like button on your way out. Hit that subscribe button. We will be back with better and longer shows with guests to break down the scrimmages, the spring game, which is coming up in a couple of weeks, and recruiting, of course, because that's when recruiting's really going to heat up, especially with the transfer portal. Anyways, guys, that's it for me. As always, it's all about the U.